Hey guys, Dave here. I am finally getting around to filming my top 20 niche side. The designer's been done for a while, and let me first explain why it's taking me so long. Basically, I was getting set to film it, and I set this beauty on its side with the bulb atomizer in it for about 3 minutes, and it went from being full to about there to, as you can see, pretty much empty. So yeah. Me and Tonka Imperial are pissed at each other right now, so I'm removing it from the top 20 because of that. Cap was screwed on tight, it just went right out through the bulb atomizer all over a pillow, and I still have not received a call back from Garelon, even though I've left them many messages, so I'm kind of pissed at the moment with them. But let's get into the actual top 20, and fuck you, Tonka Imperial, even though I love you. Runners up, we got quite a few of them. I didn't grab them all because I'm lazy. First up, we've got Diptyque Eau Duel. Just didn't make it. I don't know. I like other vanillas better. But this is for fall and winter, by the way. I also have Bay Rose 26. I was too lazy to grab my decant. This guy I just got. This is Parfums MDCI Invasion Barbare. Really enjoying it. Just I haven't had enough time with it yet. Also, Bond number 9, I Love New York for All. Didn't quite make the cut. Not sure why. Neither did Sergio Tensun Bois Vanille for some reason. I guess that's dropped the waist. But I digress. Let's get into the actual top 20. First, probably most people are thinking there's going to be a way higher, but it barely made the list. This is Frappin's 1270. I don't know why it dropped this far, but it did. I mean, I love this stuff. It's just, I guess it was hard to make a spot on this list. That's number 20. Number 19, I have the first of 2 ties. There's only 2 this time, so that's good for me. These don't smell similar, they're just from the same house, so yeah. First is by Killian's Straight to Heaven. Has some longevity problems, but I really enjoy it. And then by Killian's Taste of Heaven, which you guys know I enjoy a lot. Beautiful fragrance there. If you like Caron's Pour un Homme de Caron, you will definitely enjoy this. If you don't like lavender, kind of avoid like it's the plague. Just saying. Mostly I get lavender, patchouli, and vanilla. But kind of fuzzy, really, really well done fragrance. Next up is one that probably most people thought would be higher again. This is Serge Lieutenant Chervy. Fell to number 18. Jesus. I love this stuff. I don't wear it a lot because it's not versatile, and I only use it for special occasions, so that's why it's number 18. Number 17 is one of the newer ones to my collection, and damn you, hero. Yeah, it's Nasamado's Duro. Got the bottle last week, and I like this stuff a lot. It is extremely potent. I'm talking like put one spray on the next day, take 2 showers, and you're still going to smell it by lunch the next day. Powerful. It projects like crazy, which is nuts. I mean, it is an extract de parfum, so I guess that makes sense. But at first I thought it was a little generic, but I do really enjoy it. And that is Nasamado's Duro. Number 16. We have the first from Maison Francis Kirchen. This is Epom pour Homme. I believe it's a piece of me or a part of me. I can't remember which. This is a beautiful honeyed kind of neroli, almost. I want to say it's very warm, very relaxing, and it gets me a assload of compliments. I really enjoy this stuff. This is a very underrated house, and one of the more underrated scents from this house. You will see another one from this house at some point in this list, I'll tell you that right now. Number 15 is the second and the last tie. I put them near each other because they are kind of similar. Not similar, but they have the same type of vibes. Those are by Killian's Back to Black and Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. Back to Black I find I like a little better. Maybe it's the amount of honey. It's more of a honeyed tobacco, which you kind of get in Tobacco Vanille, but Tobacco Vanille sometimes reminds me way too much of whiskey with vanilla Coke. I don't know why, but that's sometimes what it reminds me of, and it just bugs me when it does, so I guess that's why. Number 15, we have Frederick Mull's infamous Musk Ravageur. Most people probably thought that would be higher as well. I'm throwing some curveballs, I guess. This is my list, so, you know. 14, Musk Ravageur. Number 13 is another Killian. This is probably my favorite from the line, at least right now. It was Back to Black, then was Taste of Heaven, and now it's this, and might have gone back to Taste of Heaven, I don't know. But this is Sweet Redemption. This is a really, really well done, kind of marshmallow neroli, or orange blossom, if that makes sense. But it's got some myrrh. I don't know which scent it was. Frank said I think it's Love that it reminds him of, but this is much more unisex. Yeah, just smell it. It's really good. This is the one that I'm trying not to get fingerprints on for a reason, so yeah. Number 12, we have the only Amouage to make the list, and it is not Reflection, it is Jubilation 25. Yeah, this is good stuff. It's very potent, very thick. Not everyone's going to like this. I'd say it's more mature scent. A lot of these are more mature, though, in my opinion. So, number 11. Probably should be higher based on how much I use it, but it is what it is. This is from the House of Tower. La Air du Désert Marocain. I really do actually get like a desert vibe with this, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's the mix of the incense, amber, and vanilla that just, it feels like I'm in the desert. Stuff lasts like hell, too. Most of these do. Next up is another Nest motto. Yeah. It is the infamous Black Afghano. Or Afghano, however you want to say it. By the way, this cap is enormous. Like, seriously, I thought the cap was not going to be nearly as big. The caps are huge on these, but I don't really get marijuana in this, or hash at all. I get more kind of murky, almost cloudy, coffee, oud, woods. I want to say some violet as well. Reminds me a little bit of Narciso Rodriguez for him, but much darker and just way better. I really enjoy this. It lasts forever, and surprisingly, this is one of the few in this list that my mother enjoys. Like, and she's picky as hell. I get compliments from her on probably 1 out of every 80 fragrances. Maybe it's less, maybe 1 out of 50, but it's not very many, and she really likes this one. Which is surprising. I guess mom's got taste. What can I say? Number 9. Only bottle from Hermes. This is from Hermes's line, Ambre Narguilé. As soon as I said Hermes, you probably knew what it was. I do get kind of like a cinnamon apple pie, almost, but I almost want to say cinnamon like bread pudding with apples, if that makes sense. I do get the amber though, but this is a fantastic gourmand. I love this shit. Next up is another fairly new one for me. I'm really frustrated that they discontinued it. I'm wishing I had gotten another bottle. Or they're not discontinuing, it's becoming a exclusive to the Paris store in Belgiars only, or something like that. This is Fumerie Turk. I get a little bit different stuff with this than most people do. I do get honeyed tobacco, but I don't get a lot of smoke. I get more powder. It reminds me, honestly, a little bit of Musk Ravageur. I'm probably the only one that's going to say that, but that's what I get. I love this stuff. I get more powdery, honeyed tobacco and smokiness. That was number 8. Number 7 is... Wow, I didn't realize this. I put something in the honorable mention and then in the list, even though I don't own it yet. And can you guess what it is? There, I'll show you the little decant I have. Yeah, Nest Model Pardon. Reminds me a very, very lot of Guerlain's L'Instant D Guerlain Extreme, but I get more oud in it, or some oud, and I also get some rose as well. I find it a little bit heavier. Very similar vibe though, but it lasts, I mean both last well, but Pardon is just ridiculous in the lasting power. probably because it's much more concentrated. But they are similar. I agree. If you own one or the other, you don't really need both. If I had to choose one, Jesus. Right now it'd still be Labo Santal Extreme, but that's just because I don't have part and I haven't worn it much. I've only worn it twice, so. But you can tell how much I love that style of fragrance. It's number 7. Number 6 was much higher, but it dropped a little bit for me. I don't know. It is what it is. This is Parfumerie Bruckner's Oud 1, or really Micallef, or however you say it, Micallef, I don't know. It's beautiful pineapple fragrance. It reminds me of like a combination of the one, Aventus, and John Varvatos Original, if that makes sense. Very high quality. It does have some projection issues in the colder weather. And I think it's a better fall-spring fragrance, but considering I'm combining the lists, I had to put it in there anyway. But that's why it's not quite as high as it probably would be if it was just fall. Next up, we have the only Santal in the list, and this is Red Oud. This one, Jesus. This is some potent stuff as well. Oh my god, this stuff lasts. The top is a little bit much for some people, but the dry down is really, really well done. It's almost a gourmandy saffron, vanilla, and oud, if that makes sense. I do agree with what Ada said, that if you're looking to get into oud, this is a very good fragrance to start with, especially if you like gourmands. Number 4, we have the infamous, the one, the only, one of my favorites, Spun number 9, New Harlem. As Hero said, I don't even need to speak of this, or speak about this, whatever you want to say. You guys know what it is already. Next up, we have my favorite vanilla fragrance of all time. At the moment, I'm still looking to get Mona D'Orio Vanille, and that one gave it a close run, but it's still got to go to this guy. This is Spiritus Double Vanille, however you want to say it. And I'm glad I got one of the older bottles. I will just keep refilling this over time through splits, because I always got to have this shit. That's it. I mean, it is what it is. Number 2, I debated putting this number 1, but I just couldn't dethrone my current favorite, even though I absolutely love this stuff. By the way, these caps are super heavy. The Labo caps. It is a city exclusive. It's very expensive. It's like $290 for 50 ml, but it was worth it for me, and this is Poivre 23. I get a beautiful creamy pepper on the top with a dry down too. I still get a little pepper in the dry down, but it's mostly an incense vanilla mix, but it's very creamy, very wearable. I really enjoy it, and it actually gets me a lot of compliments as well. The ones out of this list that my mom enjoys, Poivre 23, Spiritus Double Vanille, the number 1, Pardon, and Black Afghano. I think that's about it. Everything else she's not a big fan of. She might like Fumerie Turk, I don't remember. I can't remember them all. But number 2, I digress. Poivre 23. Number 1 is not going to be any surprise. You've seen my review on it probably. Still my favorite rose fragrance. I don't know if anything's going to dethrone it. I'm sorry, Bay Rose. I guess this is just more my style. This is Maison Francis Kirchen's Lumiere Noir pour Homme. Oh, very underrated fragrance right here in my opinion. One of the more masculine rose fragrances. The patchouli, the cumin, and the cinnamon really bring out a masculine edge to it. It's not overly sweet. It's not overly spicy. It's blended to perfection. It's difficult to tell where one thing ends and one thing begins. It is a little bit linear, but I don't care. It lasts well. And this thing, Jesus Christ, does it get compliments from the women. Ladies absolutely adore this one. This is the only fragrance that I would actually consider to be close to panty dropper status. I mean, obviously I'm the panty dropper, but this certainly helps. I will say that. But that is my niche side, guys. I'm sure most of you will disagree with me, but I don't really give a crap because it's my list. This is my current favorites for fall and winter, and I'm sorry it took so long to get it out, guys. And hopefully, with break coming up here next week, I should hopefully get some reviews out for you. I'm looking to get a review done of a few things. First, I want to get this guy reviewed. Beat everyone to the punch with it. We'll see. I'm sure Hero will come out first, but whatever. I don't really care. This one I really want to review. So, yeah. If there's anything in here you really want me to review, let me know too. I know